Here are the pieces you need to put together the sandcastle. You need the first tower, the second tower, the third tower, the fourth tower, the fifth tower, the big piece, and then the shell. So we're going to start with these two towers. As you can see, I have already inked them. So the only thing you have to do is, after you've inked them, is put them together. So the first thing you do is put a little bit of glue on the back of this strip and put it down right on top of the piece so that it gives it just a little bit of an angle. And then you can put this piece right on top of it, and you can see why I inked it. It shows up your edges a lot better when you do the ink. And so I'm just going to run a tiny little bit of glue right along the edge of this. Just right along the edge, not all over the piece at all. And that goes straight down right on top. Go ahead and you put together the second one, the second piece, exactly the same way. Okay, so now that we've finished these two towers, we're going to move on to the next two towers. Now the trick with these two towers is to remember that one goes on further down, just about as far down as you can put it without having the tips show. And the other one goes up at the top so that they're two different heights. Alright, so one goes down shorter and one goes down right at the top. And then you have your two towers and they're two different heights. Then we take the smallest tower and place the triangle on top so that we have that tower. Now that we have all the tower pieces put together, we're going to assemble the piece. Next, we're going to assemble the sandcastle. So you start with this piece and then one of the crenulated towers that you've started. This is going to be placed about halfway of the width of this over on top of this one. So put the glue on this part of the piece about halfway over. So now we've got that first piece down. The next piece, if you remember, we did two of these. One was shorter than the other. So the next piece is the shorter one. That one matches up down here pretty darn close and comes in about that far. So now, when we flip it over, we'll take a look at where we're going to put the glue. You can see that we can put the glue along this little part and then right along that strip. Next, take the taller piece. This one is going to go slightly above, slightly to the side. Wait, I want a little bit of this to show, so we'll go along this edge and to the side. So we'll put it along the edge here and right there. And we have our next part of our sandcastle glued down. And we're trying to avoid getting too much glue along those edges, but it's looking pretty good so far. The next piece is this one. And it's going to go here along the edge, but then this piece is going to go over it. So I wanted to take a quick look at how I want the placement, because these two pieces kind of finish off our sandcastle. Okay, I've looked at my sandcastle a little bit more, and I think this is how I want to place it. So this piece is going to go on first. I'm kind of eyeing where I've got it. I've got it just like along here. And I can actually make a small mark there so that I can remember where I want that piece. So that's where I'm going to glue it down. And then this one is going to go right up against it, and then it comes up a little bit here, and I want to see a little bit more of that, so I'm going to push it down. There we go. And if you want, you can add the little shell down here at the bottom. but I think I'll save that until we finish the complete page. But we've got our sandcastle pretty much done.